Back at Red Wilson Field, bottom of the first inning between YD and Hyannis in Game 2 of the championship series. Cole Billingsley will lead things off for the Red Sox in center field, followed by the second baseman Tommy Edmond. Gio Brusa is the DH. Donnie Walton plays shortstop batting cleanup. The first baseman is Dallas Carroll in the 5-hole. Tyler Houston bats 6th, playing right field. The left fielder Mike Donadio bats 7th. Third baseman Josh Vidalis bats 8th, and rounding out the starting 9 is the catcher Chris Hudgens.
And the pitcher is a left-hander. His name is Vance Tatum. He is 6'4", 210 pounds from Mississippi State. We have not seen him, but his numbers are good, particularly his earned run average.
The 0-1 called a strike on the outside corner to Billingsley, 0-2.
1-2 with a 1.92. All 7 of his appearances were starts, and he also was the starting pitcher and had a very solid performance in their series-clinching win over Cotuit in the first round last Tuesday.
The 0-2, big swing and a miss by Billingsley at a pitch up high. 3-pitch strikeout to start the game for Tatum.
And this is something we talked about in terms of the hitting. The team batting average under 200 during the playoff, and a large part of that, the struggles of the normally reliable Billingsley, who is now, after having struck out here in the first inning, 3 for 28 in the playoffs, and then the number 2 hitter who's stepping in there now, Anthony Tommy Edmond, coming into this at-bat is 2 for 23. So your top 2 guys not getting on base, and that's been a big problem. These guys were so reliable and so dependable during the regular season.
First pitch to Edmond. Chopper gets over the third baseman Bortles' head into left field. So Edmond reaches base for the first time for the Red Sox. They have a one-out single in the first inning.
The thing about Edmond, though, is that he's at least walking. He's getting on base. He's walked 5 times in the postseason, so he is getting on base. He's just not hitting. Back to that play at the end of the first inning, that was a really good play by Carroll. He's over at first base because he's been struggling at third. He's been gator arming his throws, and looks like he's lacking confidence over there. But that throw to the plate was terrific.
Yeah, very good throw right in the path so Hudgens can make the easy tag. First pitch to Gio Brusa, strike right down the middle.
Scott Pickler said he came up with the idea to move Carroll over to first and play Vidalis at third at 3 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
And they brought Carroll out here for some early work around first base, about a half hour or so before batting practice.
Tatum moves over to first. Edmonds back easily.
Scott's premise was, among other things, that if you can play third, you can play first. Now, I can't teach you to play first in a half an hour, but we can at least give you some work over there and make you feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yep. The 0-1 to Brusa, swing and a miss. At a changeup from Tatum, strike 2.
Bruce has come through with some big games in these playoffs, but he has been strikeout prone, much as he was during the regular season. He was 0 for 4 in Game 1 last night, and he struck out 3 times.
No balls and 2 strikes to Brusa.
Makes him 5 for 24 in the playoffs with 10 strikeouts, but that home run he hit in the clincher over Orleans is as big a hit as the Red Sox have had this season.
The 0-2, a pitch out, misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The other thing about Brusa is he's a much more effective hitter from the left side, and he's batting right-handed against this left-handed pitcher.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Fastball, Brusa held up. It was high and outside. 2-2. That's another thing with Brusa is that bats haven't really lasted that long in the playoffs. Normally he gets behind early, and then the pitcher will throw an off-speed pitch somewhere near the zone that'll get him swinging and missing. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Tatum's pitch, a fastball, gets away from the catcher Rogers. Edmond will go to second base, and the count goes to 3-2 to Brusa.
Pass ball, I would assume.
Yeah, it looks pretty stoppable. Just an easy backhand play for Rogers. He might have got crossed up.
It wasn't that far outside the strike zone, really. Well, they had a chance to score in the first, and they couldn't do it. Now we'll see if the Red Sox, with a man in scoring position, can score first in Game 2.
3-2 pitch to Brusa. Misses low. Ball 4. Brusa does a good job working a walk from down 0-2. And now 2 on, 1 out for Donnie Walton.
Tatum during the regular season, 37 and a third innings pitched, 16 walks. And he has walked a man here in the second. Big opportunity for Walton.
Walton's been as consistent as they come all season long, including the playoffs. 6
for 24 in the postseason.
First pitch from Tatum, hit out to left center field. Bird, the center fielder, moving back towards the fence, looking up. It's out of here! 3-run homer for Donnie Walton gives the Red Sox an early 3-0 lead.
No doubter. Left center field. 1 home run in the regular season. And now another here in the playoffs, and the Red Sox are out to a 3-0 lead. Boy, he tagged that one.
He knew it right away, held the bat up for emphasis. A big hit for Walton to start off the game and rejuvenate the Red Sox offense, which had been, as we talked about, lackluster to say the least in the last few games, Carroll's first pitch is a strike from Tatum.
Carroll in game 1 was 1 for 3 and scored the Red Sox run.
The 0-1, fastball misses outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
The original plan was to bring him in here and spot him here and there, but then remember, Toffee went home, and he's been at third base every day.
Carroll's 1-1 offering his hit out into left field, a base hit for him. The offense keeps coming for the Red Sox. Another man on base with 1 out for Tyler Houston.
4 straight men reach base. Single, a walk, a home run, and now a base hit by Carroll. So Carroll has had a good start. He had that terrific throw from first base that snuffed out a run at the plate, and now a base hit to left field.
Tyler Houston.
Houston, the batter, started off very hot for the Red Sox, but has cooled off a little bit in these playoffs. First pitch strike from Tatum.
Came at the very end of the season, got 1 at-bat during the regular season, then had a couple of good games early in the playoff, particularly in the Brewster series. But now, after going 0 for 2 last night.
The 0-1 fouled the other way, strike 2.
In the postseason, he's 4 for 22. He didn't start last night. He came into the game in right field. Oh, no, he came into the game left field. And Donadio moved to right field. About midway through the game, replacing Wong.
0-2 hit hard to third, right at Bortles. The throw back to first. It hits off of Carroll, goes out of play. And he will advance to second. So a lucky break for the Red Sox as Carroll was picked off. He'll actually go to third on that.
That's a 2-base error. He was any kind of a good throw, and he was doubled off. He was too far off the base. And I'm not sure who will get the error there. You said it went off of Carroll, and it may have. I thought it went off of the first baseman's glove, Theis. We'll get an official ruling on it. Either way, it's a 2-base error. And a chance to push across another run here in the first inning with Donadio standing in.
Donadio squares around to bunt, but it goes foul. Donadio has been struggling all season, but he's come along lately. Last game in the regular season against Hyannis had 4 hits to get his average up to 252 on the summer.
That's right about where he is in the playoffs, 4 for 16.
The 0-1 right down the middle, taken for strike 2.
Good start. 7 men to the plate here in the first, 3 runs in with a potential 4th in Carroll standing down there on third.
0-2 pitch to Donadio. Breaking ball misses way outside for ball 1. It's exactly what the Red Sox needed to start off the game. A miserable performance last night. Get the bats going early on against Tatum. 1-2 pitch, a curveball grounded up the middle. Tips off of Tatum's glove right to the second baseman. The throw to first, not in time. Same way the Red Sox scored their 1 run last night, an infield single by Donadio driving in Carroll.
Good play by the second baseman, Burke. As you mentioned, the ball was tipped by the pitcher, and that slowed it down just enough for Burke, ranging far to his right to make the play near the bag. But he had no chance to get Donadio, who beats out the infield hit. This is a very good start for the Red Sox.
4-0 they lead in the first inning. Josh Vidalis, the 8th hitter of the inning, to bat for the Red Sox. Tatum from the stretch with Donadio at first. His first pitch fastball misses low and away. Ball 1.
Vidalis made a terrific leaping catch at second base last night. And then made another really nice stop, too, on a hard hit ball, but unfortunately threw it away.
1-0. Fastball runs inside on Vidalis. 2 balls and no strikes.
Not unusual for the Cape League that guys come in and make significant contributions. All teams have experienced this, but look at this list of guys. You've got Brusa, Vidalis, Walton, Houston. Half the team, it seems, has come in after the start of the season and made significant contribution.
2-0 big hack from Vidalis on an up-and-away fastball.
Hutchins, today's catcher, would be on that list. Hawken out of the bullpen.
Carroll.
Bolden out of the bullpen. Carroll, yeah, long list.
2 balls and a strike to Vidalis. Tatum looks at Donadio, then comes to the plate. The pitch misses low as Vidalis squared around to bunt but pulled it back. It's 3-1. You can see Ricky Thomas on the side of the Red Sox bench just throwing to stay loose. It's been a very long inning for the Red Sox.
I suspect it's been a longer inning for the Harbor Hawks.
You could say so. 3 balls and a strike to Vidalis. Tatum's pitch is hit out to left center field. Bird, the center fielder, moving to his right up against the fence. He jumps and makes the catch to retire the side. But 8 men come to bat. 4 of them score. In the bottom of the first inning, the Red Sox off to a 4-0 lead against the Harbor Hawks.